Hello, Starman Sully. Welcome to your deck review. I see we're working on Gorgons because we love Gorgons, but Gorgons suck, so we're doing snakes. My girlfriend Z also loves Gorgons, and they are very, very bad. So we're trying to make someone lose half their life and beat them down with Death Touchers and then insta-kill them with Wound Reflection. We think we have too many high CMC cards. We are trying not to use too many expensive cards, trying to be low to mid bracket 3. Can do the thing, but it's too weak to matter. Gotcha. Let's see. Do we have any tags going? 36 lands is... Oh, no, we have a 2-drop commander. That's fine. Okay, so on attack, we can pay 2 to make a 1/1 snake. 5 mana until end of turn. Whenever one or more Gorgons or snakes hits, they lose half their life rounded up. All right, so I'm identifying an immediate problem between our primer and what the deck is doing, which is that you are describing snakes, snakes, so many snakes, and Ophelia wants you to have 2 snakes exactly. Because it doesn't matter how many I hit you with, right? All that matters is that I've hit you and I paid 5 mana. So what Ophelia wants is not for you to make a million snakes. It's not, you're not about to have anybody be tired, sick and tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. You want people to be tired of these motherfucking poop knives that the motherfucking snakes have on the motherfucking plane. And so, do we have Evasion? Because Death Touch is Death Touch, but like, if it's half their life total, people are going to block the Death Toucher. Oh, we do. Perfect. Okay, you lied a little bit. Menace counter, sure. Champion of Lamholt's great. Outcast is great. Cover of Darkness, great. Great. Horrible. Dog. Dog. Okay, Trample Pro Multicolor. Not nothing. Thieves' Tool is great. Okay, so we have a couple great ones. We have a couple hopeful ones, but we do have them. Snake Venom for half-life. We have Grievous Wound. When they're dealt damage, they lose half their life. Wound Reflection at the beginning of each end step. Each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. So what I would do if we want this to be bracket 3 is I would be doing more to guarantee that Death's Kiss. I would either be tutoring for these. I would have my card draw look at more of my deck. I would do other things for this that I'm currently missing out on. I think notably you do not have Bloodletter of Aclazotz, which I think, and then I spelled it wrong. I had it. If an opponent would lose life, they lose twice that much. Great, this will do it. So are there any other multipliers like this that we have left? Commander, green black. There is notably Archfiend of Despair. You have Wound Reflection. There is Warlock class. It is incredibly expensive, but it does get us cards along the way. If you are really, really averse to tutors, I would play this anyway because I think you need a higher density of this effect. I think the only way you're going to get this effect to matter is if you can slam the like, hey, this kills you now. Because this is a really bad strategy. Respectfully, I love really bad strategies, but it's very, very weak. We have a like cheap commander who's making my body slowly. She has to be alive basically the whole time, even though she's very, very killable. The stuff I have is innately like pretty stoppable. There's snake babies. Yeah, this is a dream that is different commander. Just different commander. I noted in your primer you talked about like maybe I need a token doubler. Definitely not it. Again, like Ophelia, you are capped out at 3 unblockable snakes. Or sorry, 2 unblockable snakes. If 2 snakes are unblockable and your commander is unblockable, you're done. No more snakes do anything for you. Sure, this guy just is a snake. This is another thing that I don't super believe in. I would rather just have more redundancy to find the wound reflection, more protection for my commander, because again, super, super shootable. Oh, and then we're buffing the snakes. I mean, Glorious Sunrise I actually believe in because it makes them 2/2s with trample, which means they have to be double blocked or I definitely get 1 damage through to you. That's kind of clever. 1/1 counters 1 at a time is just crazy, crazy, crazy slow in a deck that's already full of Death Touch. Getting 1 counter on a creature, giving it menace, I also do not think is really enough. Like these are bracket 2 cards that you are doing. I think some part of you feels bad that you can kill somebody out of nowhere. And so you are like softballing this game plan to the point that you are presenting a bracket 2 deck. I also tend to think this is closer to bracket 2 because you're way more focused on the vibe of this is a snake than the vibe of Ophelia is giving you the kiss of death. Let's keep going through. True dog shit. Respect. Respect. Complete dog shit. Yeah, sure. It's technically a snake. Like we're really doing this is bracket 1, but I have a win condition, which makes you bracket 2. So if you want to be moving up onto bracket 3, you got to get right with tutors. You got to get right with. Do you have Archfiend of Despair? No, you don't. You got to get right with Archfiend of Despair and Bloodletter of Aclazotz. And if you tell me like, oh well, I don't want to do that because I want all of them to be snake related. And so I can't run tutors and I can't run these non-snake. I'm not sure how wound reflection is snake related, but whatever. I can't run tutors and I can't run these non-snake related doublers. Like at that point, we're hardcore on bracket 2 because you're valuing so many things that are not the win more than the win. But if we are good to move in that direction, and I will return to this and present an alternate plan that I think could also be fun. I think we need more protection than this. I think you could invest in some greedy stuff because like our commander comes down early and you can politic pretty well around like, oh, well, this is how my deck wants to win. You don't, like, I'm not going to do anything to you until I can cast Wound Reflection, so you super don't have to remove it early, which means you can take some of the greedier protection pieces like Asceticism. Why can't I ever... Asceticism, which is a 5 mana. All my stuff hexproof. Stop it. I can regenerate. Stop it. You're being mean. No more. Is this to... It's under $15. Get a printer. But then the other things I would be looking for are you don't care about having a tremendous number of cards in hand. We care about having one specific card, which is anything from Snake Venom. The moment we get anything... I mean, really it's Wound Reflection, because Grievous Wound only works on one player. But the moment you get Wound Reflection, you're good. You are now... the moment you get Wound Reflection and some method of unblockability, you're good. You have a lethal threat on everybody at the table. So to that end... rather than cast creature spells from the top of my library, I would be looking at things like Grisly Salvage. I would want to, can I hold up mana? I want to go deep and get one specific thing. Because if on somebody else's end step, I can check the top 5 and go find Bloodletter of Aclazotz, that's way better than maybe being able to cast a Secura Tribe Elder off the top of the deck. And whether I'm going for Bloodletter of Aclazotz or whether I'm going for Champion of Lambholt will change. But I do think mulching is where you want to be. Mulch, Commander, Golgari. It doesn't have to be everything you do. But because we have a relatively small number of hyper important cards, I think that's where we want to be. You probably can't run 6 for price reasons. And there's a $7 printing, but again, it's up to you. Hey, this guy's a snake, and he mulches, and he blocks. He's kind of slow. That would not disqualify him from the current deck, but he's kind of slow. I like cards like Malevolent Rumble quite a lot. Check top four, get the best permanent. Maybe that's a land drop. Maybe that's Butch Deloria. Maybe that's Champion of Lambholt. Maybe that's Finn. But we like have to go deeper. We don't like if we have 12 cards in hand, doesn't matter if none of them are this thing. You can also cache grab because instant speed is very, very nice. Stargaze is one of the best of these. And the beauty of these cards is nobody respects how good mulching is in Commander, so these are all going to be dirt cheap. So things like Commune with Evil as well. Let me check top four instead of like, Caustic Bronco is one and it's in here because it's a snake, and like Knight's Whisper is whatever the top two cards are, I just get them, which does not help you a tremendous amount because our needs are so, so specific. All right, so we get land pass. I'm an adult. Land commander. Land. I'm going to pretend that these are the card draw cards I want them to be. So I'm going to make this Commune with Evil. Because I don't have any of the pieces I need, right? Yeah, I don't have... Wowie, wowie. This is for sure a bracket 2 deck right now. And that's not to shame you. That is just, please update your perspective with what we're doing. We care so much about, is this a snake? And we care very little about, is this a snake that can win the game or a snake that can help my other snake win the game? So I cast Commune with Evil. I get to check top four. I will grab my evasion piece. I am now happy. Oh, I had an evasion piece. I'm stupid. Is there something I would grab instead? Definitely not Rev. I have 2 evasion pieces now. Look at me. Okay. The DC can do something. I have 3. I already had so many evasion pieces, and yet this is what I did. Amazing. Then I would grab a different card draw spell. Let's pretend I'm not ridiculous and read the cards in my hand. So now, what am I missing? I need something that doubles my damage. So I'm going to say the next bad snake I see is actually Bloodletter of Aclazotz. And I'm going to cast Grisly Salvage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit, a bad snake. Look at me grabbing my combo piece. I'm so proud of me. I'd like to thank the Academy. I move to combat, swing, make a snake with my mana. I cultivate, I get a swamp tapped, I get a forest out. Don't make a snake, but I play Brotherhood Regalia. Oh, and then I draw Wound Reflection anyway, isn't that sick? So I think drawing Wound Reflection I wouldn't get. Oh god, but this is 5 mana. Oof, oof, the mana needs. Okay. Needing to show people this before I go for this is so brutal. So I think we just tell people like, ah, man, I'm bricking. That sucks. Wait, no, we still. Okay, whatever. We just slam it. We just slam it. She probably gets removed in a turn or two now. And then we get another crazy high, crazy high CMC snake. We can like equip this to Ophelia. And we can tap 5. Turn 7, somebody's been killed. I'd like to point out, perfect timing for bracket 2. We're a day late and $1 short in bracket 3, and this also assumes that you have not been interacted with, but perfect timing for bracket 2. We don't hit lands in this one, which is very unlucky. Oh, thank the Lord, you have an impulse. So I go land pass. I go land pass. Or no, I get Ophelia out. My fault. Turn 3, I go land, Soul Ring, Itlamok. 2, 3, 4. We miss, which is a shame. Take note, the miss here is why I don't really believe in Realm Walker as a precog engine. Like, this is, if you had stuck Realm Walker here, this is 4 turns of nada. So all these, wait, hold on. Do I get creature or? No, just a creature. These go to bottom. I don't have quite enough mana, but I can protect my commander if I need to. That's nice. Ah, Vizier of the Menagerie, who lets us cast creature spells off the top of our library. God damn it. God damn it. Please be a creature. I should have been more specific. All right, do I have enough? Does this flip now? No, it's 4 or more. Holy Lord. And I'm also short on mana to do this. Oof. All right, it's turn 5. We can't play off the top. We can play Vraska to flip Growing Rights of Itlamok. And then we can play Vraska Swarm's Eminence to make this 1/1. And then we can swing some Death Touchers or at anybody who has a swamp to try to get some counters on our board. Another land on top. So we have a bunch of mana. We got nothing to do. So I'm going to stop the playtesting here, and I'm going to be straight with you. Snakes. Oh my god, so many snakes. Does not a bracket 3 Ophelia deck make? You can still have quite a lot of them, but many of them need to die for this type of mulch or tutor-based card access so you can try to get to the snake venom more quickly. Because snake venom represents a legitimate win attempt, but it takes us a very, very long time to dig there. If you want to have as many Gorgons and snakes as possible, I promise you what you want is a bracket 2 deck. And the type of bracket 2 deck you want is, I think I've given this advice to somebody before, aka everybody. You want more cards like Vraska's Swarm's Eminence, the thing that said when I deal combat damage to a creature, or when a creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. You want things where you can go, okay, well, I have a creature generator in my command zone. What can I do to make them big? And the things you can do to make them big are Drana, who will put counters on attacking creatures, and then you're going to go to Scryfall Tagger, and you're going to look at gives PP counters to all. Now, white is the favored color to do this, but Golgari can do it. And so you're going to look at Anduril. You could even consider the greenhouse. You're going to look at Avabra Caretaker. You're going to look at Cursive Predation. You can farm one player to build up your snakes over time. You're going to look at Defiler of Vigor, which is a Phyrexian worm, which is almost a snake. Emissary Green can do it. Fangren Firstborn can do it, and he's not a snake, but he does look freaky, which has to count for something. Fire Nation Sentinels works because all of your stuff has Death Touch. So it's like, oh, if you block, I get a counter on every snake. Fucking Flopsy's putting counters on things. These cards are not all created equal, by the way. Right, like Ouroboros one of the best ones, and it would take over the deck very, very quickly. Spider-Man, who also has Venom, much like, you guessed it, a snake. So if you want to take a really hard line on all of these have to be snakes, a lot of the creature ones are going to go out really quickly. Like Anduril can still work, a spacecraft can still work, Curse of Predation can still work. Another one I would recommend is Beastmaster Ascension for snakes get buff. Whenever a creature you control attacks, get a quest counter. Once you've attacked 7 or more times with it out, all my creatures get +5/+5. Oh, done. Another good one is Sphere Grid. This is just every time I boop somebody, get a counter on that creature. But this is what you have to do if you want it to be like you're being overwhelmed with snakes specifically. If that's what you want it to feel like, we have to start putting counters on everything. Because if you just keep them at 1 damage, I promise you it's never gonna matter in time. Never, ever, ever, ever. So you can use cards like Wild Onslaught or Titania's Command if you want to be really cute and don't want to use cards that other people think are good. I would recommend using at least a couple good cards. You also don't have to do gives PP counters to all. You can do gives PP counters and build up specific snakes. But that's how you would get that job done. And if you really want this to hang in bracket 3, we got to bring in every version of this effect. You should use your game changer slots on tutors for it. You should have your card draw section updated to be more mulching so that you can get through the deck faster and get to the pieces of the like pseudo combo that matter. Whichever way you go, I wish you the best of luck and I hope you enjoyed.